everyone. It's been a while. It has been
A lot.
literal forever since we
Yeah.
have gotten to do a Fresh Takes. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
I need to start this off with saying Crunchyroll with the actual fuck with just losing the English dub for Angel Beats.
They're focusing on Demon Slayer at the moment.
Like
why.
it didn't even show anything. Like I had been watching back through it again just on my own time because I hate myself. But like it's on the middle of an episode and it didn't go. Sorry to let you know, we just lost the English dub. Because that's what we were going to do before this, and through foolery, I own the blue. Okay, so I don't like to get political.
But
And I'm not gonna get political, but
But
I don't want to know what prices for anime Blu-rays are gonna be. Angel Beats is 12 episodes long.
Mhm.
This is pre-tariff. This cost me $160.
Wow.
So when we were going to do Angel Beats, Mike was like, "I'll just buy the Blu-ray." I'm like, "Ah, no, you won't." I'm like, "You're funny."
in this economy.
Well, Aniplex is a thing. You're so funny. But so if it becomes a way where I could just hook up like a Blu-ray player and like cast it so these people can watch it, then we'll do Angel Beats. Or if we find a way to Yarhar our way to watching it, it's going to get done at some point because it's too good of a show to not do. But before we start, I have to show something because Masao and me were talking to each other while we were recording about how great of a dude character Decim is. I got to meet his voice actor, Alex
Hell
Morgan.
yeah.
For those that don't know, or most that know him now, he's also Lloyd Forger in Spy
That's
Family.
why. Because like
Yes. I was wondering why his voice sounded familiar.
I heard this voice.
Yep,
I heard it.
He's Lloyd
I
Forger.
heard it recently. Oh my
And
god.
he's also
Fucking hell. And I fucking love Spy Family.
there is I know that any of you watch My Hero, I can't think of his name, but you can see him right behind his head on his poster in the back there.
Oh, okay.
I can't think of what that character's name is because I haven't watched because I haven't watched My Hero yet. But yeah,
Oh.
it's
God,
the
I
last
love
season's
My
coming
Hero.
up this year, so I'm going to through that when it starts. Anyway, so Mike, I have to ask you a question because you are the only other person in this group that has seen Neon Genesis Evangelion, and a thing that is going around that's not a slight to you, Masao. You used to have to sacrifice 15 virgin goats to be able to watch it online before it got on Netflix. That's not a joke. And the dub you would have saw online sounded like it was recorded inside of a tin can, inside of a dishwasher, inside of a hurricane. But anyway, the biggest joke is that intro does not match the anime. I am willing to die on the hill that this intro's worse.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean,
This intro's fucking phenomenal. It's in my top 5 of all time.
that's what I'm saying.
It
It's so
doesn't show.
good. It's one of those good ones. Yeah, it doesn't really match the anime.
No.
It's good to tell already.
Yeah, Masao knows of the old admin Crow from the Ruby group that we used to have. He had seen the intro, listened to it multiple times, listened to the cover by Amelie, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I don't. He's like, do you know anything about this? He's like, no. He's like, I wanted to look up the manga, but then I found out that it's not based off anything. That
No.
This is totally original.
Yep.
And he's like, so I'm not expecting anything. We watched the first episode, and he goes, what the fuck is that intro? You're like,
Yeah.
what is this?
Yeah.
But that, for those that don't know, that is Flyers. I can't think of the band's name offhand. That is up there for one of the best anime intros of all time.
Yeah, I think it still is. I know, like, when the anime came out, it was, like, everyone's, like, #1 god tier anime opening.
Like, there will be just times where me and the admin Crow, Chris, when stuff is just going on and nothing's happening, and we'll look at each other out and we're, everybody Tsunade. It's just a fucking random. It's so good. God, it's so good. Okay. Off of not knowing a damn thing, hearing Death Parade and probably seeing the thing in our chat, Mike, what did you expect this show to be if you could give me any kind of guess?
Honestly, I went in pretty much with a clean slate. I figured because this is called Death Parade, there is going to be some sort of there's like a subgenre in anime called like death
Sadness.
game. Well, yes.
Oh,
But
I'm
yes.
sorry. You talking about Squid Game?
As I was saying, death games in anime are quite frequent. So once they got to the bar, I figured, oh, okay, so this is basically what the premise is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've told many people since I've watched this show that if I ever got rich, I am not a big time drinker. But I would have a scale model of the Quindecim in my house.
Right?
Not exactly the whole opera 4-story horseshit that's in the other side, but like the lead up with like the ponds and going up through there. When was the last time you watched this, Masao?
Oh god, when like it was like
It came
first
out in
came
2022. So
when it originally came out.
okay, this is outside of us keeping up with the Ava movies. This is probably the closest to a fresh takes into date of when it airs.
One correction. This actually
Outside of Owl House.
no.
No, this didn't come out in 22.
This came out in 2015.
Yeah.
Oh, it says 22 on Crunchyroll.
Because I guess that's because I think because of Funimation.
Oh,
It was so Death Parade was originally Funimation
Okay.
or something.
got it. That makes sense.
That's why.
That makes a lot of sense.
And then,
Okay.
Crunchyroll kind of bought out Funimation in a way. But yeah, like
Yes.
that's why with this anime originally they did like a one-shot AMV
Yes.
of this anime. So kind of like episode 0 per se.
Yeah.
Because from I think the animation studio is Studio Madhouse.
Yep.
Yes.
So totally original, and then people are like, yo, this is good shit. And that's why it's like original anime only.
Yeah, it's so good. It's oof. We're gonna get into it. I've never had an anime like outside of Gurren, which just made me more confident as a person, like made me rethink how I look at people. And like my overall perspective of like how I handle certain situations more than this show did.
Yeah.
We're gonna find that out later on more about that.
Yeah.
Deckham's development in a 12-episode show
Holy fuck.
is
To this
better
day,
than
like it's holy fuck.
yeah, it's better
You
than some people
can
pull
easily
off in
write a good
50.
character and give it development in a short period of time.
Yeah. Well, I watched this in one shot with Admin Crow, and like he's not an overly emotional person, but and like he doesn't heavy cry. Like when I cry, you can hear me, like I'm sniffling and like sobbing. It gets ugly at points. It's ugly crying, and then I just look over on the couch at the end of the last episode, which Masao knows how the last episode ends, and I'm just like looking at him, and he's just like, "That was really good." Really good.
Yeah, oh, I remember like ugly crying at the last episode because of. So it might happen again because it's.
Yeah.
Haven't seen this in like 10 years. So.
Once we figure out how to watch Angel Beats, you will ugly cry at Angel Beats, but for a much different reason.
Listen, I heard that's a sad anime, Angel Beats.
Oh, it's sad.
I
Angel
heard
Beats will tear
that's
your heart out
like
twice.
your Lion April type of sad.
A couple of different ways, a couple of different points that it is, and it's
But
again only
still,
12.
it's sad anime.
Oh, it is 100%. But anyway, so in this episode, we have a great 1-2 banger when you figure out what the next episode's about. But we have Takashi and Machiko. For anyone who watches this and figures out why Machiko might sound slightly familiar, that's Mikasa from Attack on Titan.
Thought so.
Some people don't know that, but all of a sudden they're like, why does she sound so familiar? And I'm like, oh, you got Nina Trina Nishimura in here for like one episode. And she was fantastic.
I recognized Eric Vale immediately as
Yeah.
Tachka.
Yes, he's pretty easy to meet. He's a very chill dude, and it's that same exact con I met him too. But okay, so I guess I can ask both going on here. Like, what were your feels going through the process of how those two? I guess which was more. I would guess judged harshly in the situation or acted more guilty.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna get this whole episode reframed in episode 2, so I want to hear your opinion.
Yeah, because I do remember you kind of rewatched the episode in a different perspective to get
You do.
more fruition on it.
You do. So yeah, it's this is something I'm gonna kind of bring up at the end of each episode, but I won't bring it up right away here. How did you handle and how did you feel? I guess Mike, since it's the first time seeing it. What did you take with each thing that was brought up? Like, how did you believe certain situations? And I guess the first one will be like, I guess it's the bridesmaids that we're talking about, Machi.
Yeah, so again, it's kind of hard. It's hard to take either one of them at their word because they set up at the beginning that they don't have clear memories of before they entered the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that being said, I was like kind of on Takashi's side
Okay.
for like most of it. But then you got thrown off the scent kind of twice. First when Machiko says like, no, Machi is my friend who blah blah blah.
What are you talking about?
Yes.
And then at the end she's like, I just love you. I just wanted your money. Which even that could have been a lie.
That is one thing I'm going to ask you because did you watch the end episode Stinger?
Yep.
You get to the second episode is rewatching it from those two's perspective as all this is happening.
Oh,
Yeah.
so they're like the they're like the peanut gallery.
Yeah, so like you're watching it from their perspective as like they're commentating on like why this person say this, why is this person
Yeah.
turn around saying that now?
Yeah. So I want to know how. So for the most part, you're siding with Takashi on kind of how the whole situation went down, right? From
Yeah.
what your perspective is now. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know if you were paying attention to the elevators, but
That's what I was going to ask you.
Mhm.
Did you agree with what their fates were? Because it's not always, if I remember correctly, every episode, it's not always one heaven, one hell. I don't remember if there's ever a splitter, but did you agree with where they got sent?
Yeah, I think it varies on the episode and like the outcome.
Yes.
this I don't have a straight answer for because yes, it does seem pretty clear that Machi was having an affair, but she was still pregnant with someone,
With a child.
a child.
We don't know who child it is, but pregnant with a child.
With a child. Yes. Did anything, and I'm going to ask, and I'm only going to ask it about this one, because it's the only one that you actually get the flip side of. Did anything feel off to you while you were watching it? Because Chris pegged something, and I won't say what it is, that when it gets, I guess, recommented on in the second episode, he was like, I knew it! if there's anything at all. I will point out what the thing is when we do the next episode.
Yeah. Oh, guys, I don't remember off the top of my head.
I don't have an answer for this, but just based on the vocal performance of Machiko, thinking back on the episode now, I'm trying to pay attention to I'm really trying to pay attention to the tone in what she's saying when she's putting on the innocent act, like I don't know what you're talking about, and denying all that stuff. Like the voice actress comes across sincere, but that could also just be in character, her just being a damn good actor.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as he was walking away, she paused for a moment and then said, "Oh, I lied to you. Like, fuck you."
It's interesting how this goes, and it's interesting how to see how people respond to these certain things. Like, I do a podcast with a buddy where I'm a guest on his, and we like just talk about random stuff for an hour. And then one, he was like, "What's an anime that we could like do a review on?" I'm like, "Well, we could do Death Parade." And then like he watched this, and he felt like there was. This is what it makes me feel like when I know a person that doesn't watch a ton of anime. Because, like, they're watching this, they're like, "Man, there was a lot of twists and turns. It felt like they were doing that just for show." I'm like, "Yeah, you don't watch a lot of anime." Because this is just regular Japanese
This is
writing.
Anime 101.
Like, this ain't much. But, so I have to ask, and this, because this is something that I've told people when they kind of ask the question, when I'll get the cons now and be talking more. In my opinion, of all the anime that I've seen, which is now I probably watched around 50 to 60 anime at this point, fully all the way through. This has one of the best first episodes ever.
I would say, I would actually agree. Like,
Yeah.
This is one of those episodes that this is not an anime, but another show with a great first episode, Gravity Falls, which you watch that and you immediately know whether or not you want to continue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. It nails down the premise of exactly what you're going to get. It lets you know what kind of show you're walking into as you're going through with this, and it leaves you with just enough to where there's some light stinger at the very end, wondering like if you want to go on more. There's a couple other people shown, and then it just kind of goes on from there. It's very strong. A lot is done, especially for a 12-episode show. This is a very strong opener.
A lot is done. Even though we'll probably never get a season 2.
Yeah, it's one of the.
It's one of those, like, it wraps everything up nicely with a perfect bow.
It does.
But it left some stuff a little open-ended.
It does. I had this discussion. This will be the last thing we were in that episode. I had this discussion with a friend of mine where there are certain shows where everything was done, everything was certain, everything was perfect, and it'll always be for 15 years. The anime community will be like, "We never got a season 2." That's like one of them is 86. The show has one of the most poignant, perfect endings ever. And then every day it's like, "Why aren't they giving us this?" He's like, anime is the one community, the one where the show will end, the author could walk out onto the screen on the anime, hit a plunger, blow up the planet that the anime took place on, show you all of his notes, show that everything he ever thought of and every plot point ever was covered, burn the bitch to pieces in front of you, and then turn the channel off and say, "There's nothing more, everything is done." 2 days later, be like, "When the fuck are we getting season 2? What's going on?" Never fails.
Yeah.
Now, is this something I would have watched for probably another 12 episodes? Yes.
Yeah.
But this is a show that I feel has almost legitimately not an ounce of fat on it.
No, like,
Good.
It literally ends everything with a perfect, neat, beautiful bow. And that's a rare thing in anime.
It's very rare. It's very rare that some animes get endings. But, yeah.
Oh, God, I don't want to talk about that.
But, before we go on to the next episode, Mike, do you have anything that you would like answered?
Just a curiosity. Are the games going to be different or just
Every single episode they're different.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Okay.
Outside of the first two, because you get to rewatch them playing darts from those two people's perspective.
Okay, so it's going to be different games and different contestants.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
There'll be some episodes that don't have a game because it's all plot. It's all plot. But every time a new people are in and playing games, it will be different. Yes. So it's not going to always be death darts. No. That would have been a thing we planned out. Go ahead.
One more just comment I have to say just so far. As far as like the development of our main character, right now, in some ways, Deckham kind of reminds me of Violet Evergarden in that right now their character is like kind of a clean slate, but I can tell just based on how you two are describing the show that he's going through as much a journey as everyone else.
Oh yeah, you pull off how they this is one of the just weirdly put together. Didn't think it would work as well as it did shows because they just do stuff in this show and it just works.
Yeah.
Like it felt like every week they're like, "What do you want to do this week? What do you want to put Deckham through?"
This thing. All right.
And this is actually why I love original anime about as much, if not more, than just straight up manga or light novel adaptations, because they have the license just do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I give a lot more credit to that because they're like, you wrote the story, cool. What does it look like? About that. I feel it should look like this. Do you have any storyboards in your head? Yeah, we're going to have to create it from scratch because we don't got a manga to go off of.
Yeah, like they have like their own original script.
Yeah, which it does help that I will tell you, you got probably 5 rooms in this entire anime that this takes place in. Now, one of those rooms, being the Quindecum, changes damn near every episode, depending on what the games are. But they were very careful and did a lot with very little in this. That I will say. But
Yeah.
all right, let's get going. Mike, where can everybody find you?
You guys can find me on various social media sites at Captain K42. You can check out my quick thoughts on letterboxd.com/CoachK42. And you can follow Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and Blue Sky at Renegade Pop Culture. You can also find us here on YouTube, on Podchaser. Consider supporting our Patreon at patreon.com/Renegade Pop Culture. Listen to all of our podcasts on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. You can escape, so do we.
Miss Al.
And you can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky at Human11028.
You can find me everywhere at Organoid Zero, mainly on Twitch and YouTube. If any of you are into cosplaying and the like, over on my Instagram at Organoid Zero, that's where all my cosplays and convention going and such can be at if you are interested in that. Until next time, we will see you all later. Bye.
Peace.
Bye.